While recently traveling and hitting up local resale shops, I've noticed a vast difference between two major types.
Let me change your life. You want to see can be anything you want, baby.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl AnEyeIVKicks. So if y'all know, or if you've been paying attention, or you're subscribed to the channel, if you're not, please go ahead and do so now. Your girl has been traveling a lot recently. I did do a whole video on the Kicks for Your Soul event in Orlando. This past weekend, I went out to Tampa and I was visiting with my grandma, and I was like, well, why not just kind of show her firsthand what it is that I do? So I took her to a couple, local resale shops and the big business resale shop out there. Which was kind of fun because she was drawn to certain shoes, so that was really cool to see what caught her eye. But then the minute she looked at the price tag, that shoe was back on the wall immediately. Before I really get into this video, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and help your girl out. It's a click of a button. You're already here, you're already checking out the video. Make sure that you hit the notification bell. Guys, I know there are so many of you that are tuning in and not watching till the end, or tuning in and not just clicking that thumbs up button or not commenting, and I appreciate you viewing the video, but guys, y'all are missing out on some serious giveaway opportunities. I think I had maybe 5 tops people try to guess my last giveaway, which was what shoe will I be wearing to the Kicks for Your Soul event. So y'all are missing out and y'all are not helping your girl out. So help your girl out and subscribe and like and all that other fun stuff. So getting back into it, when I was in Orlando, I did go ahead and hit up Legends Boutique. And I also hit up the Impossible Kicks that is up there in Orlando. And if y'all don't know, if you're big into this sneaker community, big into the YouTube, shoetuber, sneaker community, all of that, then y'all already know that Impossible Kicks recently bought out Cam's Kicks, bought his business, bought his channel. He is now working with, I guess, 4 Impossible Kicks, which is crazy to me because he was going, like, his channel blew up like nobody's business and they just bought him out. Kind of like a big business. So what I want to focus on first are the local boutiques, and kind of so that you can get an idea of the differences. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all Legends Boutique first. Shout out to Legends owner Juan for not only, having this amazing shop that, as you guys can see, had incredible range. Like I don't think there's a shoe that you could look for off the top of your head that wasn't in there. But he also, we sat in there for like an hour just chopping it up with him, talking about everything that you can think of when it comes to sneakers, talking about how things are changing in the sneaker game, you know, touching on a little bit of the big business aspect, just everything, you know. And that's really what the sneaker culture is about, is being around like-minded people that get it, that understand that, you know, you're kind of on the same page, which is really amazing in this community. Also, side note, your girl saw a couple of pairs in the shop in Legends that I had not seen before that really caught my eye, but I'm not going to tell you exactly which shoe I'm talking about, just in case I end up hitting on them and I do a little unboxing for y'all. Gotta keep something a secret. So let's move on to the other local boutique shop. This one was in Tampa. It is Society. I've showed y'all in videos prior. I was there a year ago. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into that. So just like Legends, Society, just such a warm welcome. You know, they see somebody that comes in with a little bit of heat on feet, and they, you know, they kind of stop what they're doing. Anybody that walks in, really, they can tell from who's walking in that they know and they appreciate the culture. Your girl even got like this little mini interview talking about Drake's new shoe, the Nike Nocta Hot Stepper. They just kind of wanted, you know, a different take on it. It felt like they were just doing it for random people that came in. Your girl was not really feeling it. It was like a K-Swiss dad shoe and heavy as hell. But hey, you know, I'm not knocking it, because the whole point of the sneaker culture is going for what you like, not what everybody else likes. So the vibe was just there, just like with Legends. You know, you can tell that they are genuine sneaker people. They're into the culture. They don't just work at a shoe store. So, which brings us to the next, you know, two shops, same brand, Impossible Kicks. Let me just show y'all the B-roll before I get talking about them. Right, so I just showed y'all back to back, little footage from two different Impossible Kicks locations. You had the mall at Millennia in Orlando and then the International Mall in Tampa. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the difference was quite obvious simply from the B-roll. But if that wasn't enough for you guys, and real quick, for Impossible Kicks, their setup was dope. But let me get my thoughts straight. So I feel like you could clearly see the difference. Impossible Kicks, yes, everything's nice, it's organized, it looks pretty when you go in there, and that's not knocking Legends or Society. It's just a totally different setup, a totally different vibe. But one thing, I think the biggest thing for me personally, like, I like when I walk into a shoe store and people, like, they know what I'm wearing on my feet, because that shows that they're really invested into the culture, that they're really part of it. And with Impossible Kicks, I didn't get that from a single person in there. It felt like I was walking into like a Champs or a Foot Locker, and you've got plenty of people that appreciate kicks in those stores, but you also got a lot of people that it's just a job for them, and that's how it felt at Impossible Kicks. So that was kind of disappointing. One thing I did learn about Impossible Kicks is that they are backed by investors. They are opening franchises. So the actual owner of any given location doesn't necessarily care. I don't know if doesn't care, isn't a sneakerhead. They're not into the sneaker culture. I keep trying to say doesn't care, but that's not fair to say. From a business aspect, they're killing it. Like, they're absolutely killing this business. But as a genuine sneakerhead, it's so sad to see, because it further shows what the sneaker culture is turning into. Another huge difference is the variety and the inventory of the local boutiques versus Impossible Kicks. With the local boutiques, you have a massive range. You've got new and used kicks. You've got, pairs from, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, depending on what you're looking for. And you've also got some more recent releases. With Impossible Kicks, you're gonna be lucky if you find a pair of sneakers that didn't release in the last year or two, which is fine. It works for the clientele that they have going in there. And I'm not even gonna start on the prices. Well, actually, since I mentioned the prices, when you have the local boutiques, even just the general feeling, you're gonna be more likely or more able to negotiate than with Impossible Kicks. And another thing, speaking of the inventory, with the local boutiques, you've got a huge range. You've got, not just Dunks and Jordans and Yeezys with the rare, Puma, the Rick and Mortys that they had in the Tampa Impossible Kicks, but you've got a range in these boutiques. You've got LeBrons and of course Jordans, and you've got all your different Yeezys, but there's so much more to it, and it's so much more about the culture in those stores. So the smaller boutiques definitely make me feel more welcome, whether it's Legends or Society or, Backstock or, Pink Monkey, a couple local resale shops in my area. Impossible Kicks is working on opening a second location down in Miami. So, all of this being said, guys, I'm sure many of you have been to resale shops. Have you been to any of the big business style, like Impossible Kicks in your area? Were you able to compare that to maybe a more localized boutique? If so, what's your opinion? Guys, comment below and let me know your take on this whole comparison, pros and cons. I guess it all comes down to what you're looking for in a sneaker shop. If you want the hype new releases, or if you want more range and affordability and just love for the sneaker community. So let me go ahead and start wrapping this video up, because I've been going forever. I've got a couple pickups, a couple unboxings coming up for you on the next video, so make sure you hit that bell. And let's see, what do we got coming out? Well, nothing really crazy coming out right now. We've got the Jordan 13 Del Sol. We have a lot of raffles still going on for very recent releases. We've got the Nike Air Max 1. We've got the Mellows, which did release on Sneakers app. We've also got the Heavies. I'm not sure if the Mellows are still doing raffles with any other, like online, with any boutique, but I know that the Heavies are. Your girl is trying to get the Heavies. I'm going hard for the Heavies. And I'm not a big Air Max person, but they speak to me. And then I also, let's see what else we have. Oh, the Rebellionaires, how could I forget? So I know that they didn't drop those on Sneakers, although everybody keeps saying that maybe they'll be on Heating Up with Sneakers. They say that there might be a surprise drop people are hoping for. I think it's people just crossing their fingers and praying for it, like with the patent breads. But there's also still quite a few online ways to enter raffles for those even after they've released. Those are going crazy. They're not price-wise going crazy, but everybody's trying to grab a pair, and I wouldn't be mad if I did either. All right, guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. As always, keep tuning in to see what I've got my eye on next.